Hey, Chris Gray here. Now attached to this email is your 20-point conversion cheat sheet. I just want to go through them really quick with you. So we have, at the very beginning, we have before they come in, there's some things that you want to do and have prepared. Number one, you want to have already created an onboarding process in your student Facebook group, which should consist of, maybe a half a dozen 2 to 3 minute videos that go through the process of what it means to be a student there, your regulations, your policies, and what's expected of them. Okay, next up, you want to know what their communication preference is. Do they like Facebook Messenger? Do they like texting? Or do they like email? And make sure you communicate with them via that preference. Next up, we have adding them to your Facebook group. So as soon as they sign up for a trial, as soon as you get that email that they're starting with you, find them, have your staff find them on Facebook and add them into your student group. And lastly, a really cool wow factor that you can do is in your trial process, when you're asking questions, find out what they're interested in. Now, before they come in, maybe you send them an article about that interest. So if they, their child is having issues with, school, with focusing, maybe you talk about, send them an article about eating certain foods that help children focus at school. Now we move on to coming in for their very first class. It's very important when they're there for their first class, even though they might seem calm and there's no apprehension, they definitely feel it inside. And a way to ease that apprehension for both the child and the parent is to give them a buddy. And the best buddy you could give is somebody that just signed up. So, if it's a little girl, partner a little girl off with another little girl who just enrolled in your regular program. And have that parent sit down and introduce them to another parent in the lobby, of course, of somebody who just enrolled recently. And this way, that new parent has somebody to talk to and they feel more comfortable while they're watching their child's class. Okay, next up, we have more Facebook activity. So on their first day, you want to make sure you take a picture and put it up in your Facebook group. And you also want to, if you can, send them a video message. Just simply take your phone, say, hey, Johnny did an awesome job today. I'm so proud of him. He's going to be an awesome black belt someday. Boom, message that to them in Facebook. And then number 4 for Facebook is to make sure to tag them in the pinned post about your onboarding process. Just very simple. In the comment section, just type in their name and hit enter, and that'll give them a notification to check out that link. New student board is number 10. Kids love seeing their picture anywhere, and they actually like to see it tangible more than up on Facebook. So if you could create a new student board where you take a picture of that child, maybe getting their white belt or something, and put it up, the next time they come in, they're going to be psyched. And then we have wow factor number 2. There's a cool app out there called TouchNote where you can take a selfie with you and that kid, maybe on their first day, and it creates a custom postcard that you can send to them for $1.99. You can actually type in a little message and it'll send that picture as a postcard. Very awesome, very inexpensive. All right, moving on, we're on to number 12. During their trial program, some things that you can do. So we've got send them a voice recording, another cool feature on your phone. Go into Instant Messenger, find that person, and you're going to send them a message, and there's a record button. And you can simply just say, something nice. Hey, I just want to let you know we're really happy to have you guys on board. You're the kind of families we look for. I look forward to seeing you in your next class. Boom. Send them that little message, just a little note to let them know. Wow number 3. Send them a gift wrap book from Amazon with a personal message from you. We wrote down that the 3 Ninja Pigs is a great one. So when you're checking out as Amazon, a little button you press, you can have it gift wrapped and you can write a personal note from you, and you can do all of that for under $10. Great feature. Number 4, the credit goes to Michael Perella for this one. You know what? Find out what their favorite coffee drink is and surprise them during their trial with that drink one day. Number 15, scheduled communication. So early on, you found out what kind of communication they like, their preference. Make sure that you have scheduled each week something you're going to send them, some message. We had the Facebook message with the picture and the voice recording. You could shoot them a message to check out this video about this, or just wanted to check in and see how you're liking the program, or just wanted to remind you tomorrow's the last day to save $100 on enrollment. Make sure you check in each week with them via the communication preference that they chose. Number 4, educate them. Constantly be sharing value-based content through social media. I mean, this is what's going to separate you from your competition, the amount of great content that you put out there making you the expert in your town. Number 17 is give the child a victory. Whatever reason that they came in for you, whether it was focus or it was weight loss, whatever it is, make that child see growth in that area and then recognize them for doing that. Number 18, try to schedule each class while they're on the trial. Okay, you want to, after they're done with class, just ask them, are you going to be in on Thursday? When's your next class going to be? You can even schedule it as an appointment. Number 19, tracking. This is so important, especially as you get a lot of trials in. You want to have a step-by-step checklist, kind of like this one, where everything is detailed out, what you expect, what you want to get done, when you want to send them the message. Everything that you want to do in the trial should be on a checklist that you go through with your new trial members. And number 20, it says reflect. After their first or second class, take a minute, review their introductory form as to why they got started, and reflect about how strong is your connection with that person. When people start out, they come in for their first class, sometimes you're going to have that immediate connection. You're going to know right away, wow, this is a good fit. I like this guy, he likes me, it's working out. But sometimes you have to work a little harder. So it's important to assess your connection with each client and then work on those connections. Now there's 2 bonus tips here. Okay, bonus tip number 1, it's kind of obvious, actually care. I know that seems a little ridiculous, but it's by far the most important ingredient. You have to care about helping people. And sometimes as studio operators, we get caught up in the day-to-day and we lose track. And we get on autopilot and we go out there and we just teach a class. And we've forgotten why we're teaching in the first place. So take a moment each day when you're teaching to remember why you're there, to remember why they're there, and then go out and focus on that. And the second bonus tip is a really cool 1-month check-in sheet that you're going to see along attached with this one. And this kind of helps you assess, gives you a meter, thermometer of where they're at, how they're enjoying the program. And you can change it. It doesn't have to be 1 month. You can do it after 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It's really up to you. You can edit that any way you like. So if you have any questions, please put them up in the private Facebook group. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I look forward to hearing about your success.